Assalamu alaikum everyone. Once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, that is Nawab Kiazai. Nawabkiazai. As you know, that we have started a series of tenses, and this is the fourth video of tenses. So in today's lesson, we are going to learn about past simple. Past simple. Let me see it here. Past simple. So along with past simple, we have started another part of grammar. Another grammatical point we have started along with it. That is active voice and passive voice. So first of all, let's know a little bit what is a past simple tense. Past simple is an action that was done in past, but you can say recently. It finished recently. Before the beginning of present, it finished, you can say, recently, just now. Okay, so such sentences are called past simple, that started in past but finished, you can say, recently. Understood? And the second thing is this, that now let's know why is it called past simple. So it is called past simple because most of the grammarians say that this is without helping verbs. That is why it has been given the name that past simple. Understood? Means there are only simple sentences in, you can say, that part of tense. Mostly without, you can say, helping verbs. Directly you can say subject, verb, object. No helping verbs. That's why it has been called past simple. Understood? Now let's know a little bit about active voice and passive voice. So first of all, let's talk about the active voice. Active voice is a sentence that is commonly used, you can say generally used. Means you can say these all are, you can say, these are, you can say, are active voice sentences. Means in general, you can say, whenever we want to talk generally, so there we use active voices. But when we do not want to mention the name of the doer, or when we are not interested in mentioning the name of the doer, then we use passive voice. Understood? Means when we want to mention the name of the doer, means when we are interested in the name of the doer, in the name of subject, then we use active voice. But when we are not interested in you can say mentioning the name of the doer, or you can say we do not want to mention the name of the doer, then we use passive voice sentences. How? Let's get you some examples. So the first one of active voice. The police have arrested the thief. Now, police is the subject. Understood? Have is the helping verb. Arrested is the, you can say, main verb. Thief is the object. Now, let's change it into, you can say, passive voice. That is, the thief has been arrested. The thief has been arrested. You can say that by the police, but it's not necessary. Why? Because here the thief is important. In active voice, police was important. Here in passive voice, thief is important. Understood? Police, we will automatically know that police can arrest the thieves. No one else. So that's automatically known. Okay, so this is the difference of active voice and passive voice. Understood? Simply you can say the action that you do is called active voice. The action is done, that is called passive voice. When you do something, that is active voice. When something is done, that is passive voice. Okay? Now let's talk about the formula of the active voice. Past simple. So the formula is this, that first of all, you'll have to put your subject, then your verb, main verb, but you have to remember one thing, that second form of the verb. In past simple positive sentences, only second form of the verb is used. Understood? So, subject, second form of the verb, object. Clear? Understood? Now, if we talk about the passive voice, so let's see the formula of passive voice. First of all, your subject, then your can say helping verb, was verb, then your main verb, V3, third person, past participle, or you can say third form of the verb, then your object. Understood? Let's do it once again. Subject plus helping verb, was verb, plus main verb, V3, third form of the verb, or past participle. The fourth thing is the object. Understood? But here you have to remember one thing, that in passive voice, when a verb is used is a main verb in a passive voice sentence, that must be the third form of the verb. V3, or you can say past participle. You can never use any other, you can say, parts of the verb, forms of the verb in passive voice. You cannot use anyhow, in any case, at any rate. You have to use only third form of the verb in passive voice sentences is the main verb. Okay, I'm not talking about the helping verb. Okay, helping verb can be any verb, you can say, you can say helping verbs like was, were, has, had, do, did, am, are, is. No, I'm talking about the main verb of passive voice. That is always third form of the verb, or you can say past participle. And here I would like to give you one thing, that in passive voice sentences, you will have to use only the transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs cannot be used in active voice and passive voice sentences. Understood? Now let's know a little bit what a transitive and what an intransitive verb is. A transitive verb is a verb that takes a direct object. A transitive verb is a verb that takes a direct object. But on the other hand, an intransitive verb is a verb that does not take a direct object. It can take, but through a preposition. Let's get you some examples. I teach you. You see, here there are no prepositions in this sentence. Why? Because teach is a transitive verb. Okay. There are many other words, teach, break, write, read, many other words. Okay. Now, if we talk about the intransitive verbs are like, you can see, go, come, sleep. Understood? Now, let's make a sentence of intransitive verb. I sleep. Sleep what? I sleep at night. You see, here there is a preposition. I sleep on the bed. Again, there is a preposition. I sleep in the bed. Again, there is a preposition. I go to market. Again, there is a preposition. You come to me. Come to me. Again, there is a preposition. So, go, come, sleep, these words are intransitive verbs. These verbs cannot be used in active voice and passive voice. Why? Because there is a reason. The reason is this, that the subject of the active voice becomes the object of passive voice. The object of the active voice becomes the subject of passive voice. Now, you can say, where there is a sentence, you can say, in a sentence there is no object, then how will you make a sentence of passive voice without a subject? Because subject is necessary for each and every sentence. except the imperative sentences that they do not need. Although there is, but that is second person. I mean you. Okay, so that's why we do not use you can say subject. We directly start the imperative sentences, I mean commands, with verb. For example, we say go, come, read, write, come here, go there. Okay, now go, come, these are verbs. Why we do so? Because the person is next to us, in front of us. That's why we don't take his name. We don't say you come here, you do this, you do that. Because he automatically knows that I'm talking to him. Okay, none other than him. So that's why. So without a subject, a sentence is incomplete. That's why subject is needed. For example, if I make a sentence of this, you can say that I sleep at night. Now, can you make a passive voice of this sentence? I mean, this verb sleep. What will be that? Night was slept by what? That's why. Okay. Let's take another example. I go to market. Understood? Now let's make a passive voice sentence. This market is gone. You cannot make a sentence. But you can make a sentence, the transitive verb, like I drink a glass of water. Now, you see the passive voice? A glass of water is drunk by me. It's the transitive verb. Understood? So these are called transitive and intransitive verbs. As I said before that, the active voice of the subject of the active voice becomes the object of passive voice, and the object of active voice becomes the subject of passive voice, like this. You see this X, this X. Now you see, this is the subject of active voice, this is the object of active voice. This is the subject of passive voice, this is the object of passive voice. You see, now this thing can come here, this thing can go there. Understood? This sign of X. Now let's go to the examples so that you understand them very well. But here I would like to tell you one thing, that each sentence has, you can say, versions, 4 variants, not kinds. Those kinds of sentences, you can say that optative sentences, imperative sentences, and you can say that affirmative sentences, declarative. No. I'm not talking about those. Those are 5. Here I'm talking about the versions of the same sentence, same subject, same verb, same object, but still there are versions in that sentence. Understood? So let's see. Positive sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, interrogative negative sentence. Okay, these are the versions of the same sentence. Okay, so now let's go to the examples. Now you see here, these are active voices, these are passive voices. Understood? But here I have written I, you, we, they, he, she, it. These are subjects together. Why? Because in, you can say, another way, it takes a lot of place, you can say a lot of energy. Okay, so on one side I am fasting. Alhamdulillah, it's the month of holy month of Ramadan, so that's why I'm fasting. Yeah, this is the, you can say, month of Ramadan 2026. Okay, I can say the date. I think yes, 9th March 2026. Understood? This is the holy month of Ramadan, and I am, alhamdulillah, fasting right now. So that's why sometimes I feel weak, and you can say kind of thirsty or something like that. Okay, sometimes my mind stops working, so sorry for that. Sometimes I forget things. Anyway, I should not say these things, but I have to speak otherwise, because these things are not to be mentioned to others, that I am fasting and I am doing this, doing that. Okay, because mostly fasting is a secret thing. Okay, that's in between you and Allah. No one knows about that. Anyway, so now you can see these subjects. You have to make a sentence with each of them. Each of them is a subject, because subject is one. not all of them. Okay, here you have to pick one, make a sentence. You have to pick a one subject, make a sentence. You have to pick one subject, make a sentence. You have to pick one subject, make a sentence. Now I will make a sentence with them. You will automatically understand them, inshallah. Okay, so let's make sentence with them. I spoke English. Now you see here, I told you before, in positive sentences only second form of the verb is used, not you can see any other places. You see again, first form only in positive sentences of past simple second form of the verb is used. Okay, now you see, I spoke English, you spoke English, we spoke English, they spoke English, he spoke English, she spoke English, it spoke English. If you are to mention a name, you can say that can be also Ali spoke English. Understood? Now let's go to the passive voice. You see, as I told you before, those subjects can come here as objects. Now you see, this object has come here at the beginning of passive voice. This is the end of active voice. This is the beginning of passive voice. Here it is a subject. This word English is an object. Here it is a subject. I told you this thing. You see, English was spoken by me. You see here I told you that third form of the verb is used anyhow. Now leave this was verb. I was not talking about these. These are helping verbs. I was talking about the main verb. You see the main verb. English was spoken by me. English was spoken by me, by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it, by any, etc. Okay, so the same thing applies here also, that you can use only one object here, not all of them as I have used here. These are all subjects. Okay, here you have to use one of them. Means here it is I, here it should be me. If here it is you, then you. Okay, here it is we, here it should be us. Here it is they, here it should be them. Here it is he, here it is he, here it should be him. Here it is she, here it should be her. Here it is it, so here it should be also it. Understood? But one of them, not all of them. Now look at the negative sentence of past simple, active voice, past simple, negative. I did not, speak. Again, first form of the verb can come in negative and interrogative sentences. Only positive sentence you can use second form of the verb in past simple. Okay. Did not is past simple negative. Okay. I did not speak English. You did not speak English. We did not speak English. They did not speak English. He did not speak English. She did not speak English. It did not speak English. Ali did not speak English. Understood? Now, let's go to the passive voice. English was not spoken by me. English was not spoken by me, by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it, by any, etc. Understood? So those were the negative, that was the negative sentence of passive voice. Okay. Now let's go to the interrogative. In interrogative sentences, first helping verb, not in interrogatives, anywhere you can say, anywhere, in any part of the tense. In interrogative sentences, first of all, the helping verb comes, then the subject comes. Okay. At the beginning of the sentence, you have to put the helping verb, then the subject. Understood? And after that, you have to put question marks here for interrogative sentence. Okay. You see here, these are full stops for positive and negative. But for interrogative sentences, you have to put a question mark. Okay, in place of full stops. Now let's read the examples. Did I speak English? Did you speak English? Did we speak English? Did they speak English? Did he speak English? Did she speak English? Did it speak English? Did Ali speak English? Understood? Now let's go to the passive voice. Look at the passive voice now. Again the same thing. I told you before that helping verb can come at the beginning, and second come can say after that. You see, Was English spoken by me? Was English spoken by me? Was English spoken by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it, by Ali, etc. Understood? Now let's go to the interrogative negative. Now here it was an interrogative sentence, only did was used there, but here it is did not, then the subject. Understood? I mean helping verb, then not, then the subject in interrogative negative sentence. Okay? So now let's read it. Did not. Now did not has a problem that we have always used the short form of did not, that is didn't. So that's why my mouth is, you can say, accustomed, or you can say used, or you can say habitual of using didn't. So if you allow me please, so I would use, you can say, in place of did not, I would use didn't. Okay? Didn't I speak English? Didn't you speak English? Didn't we speak English? Didn't they speak English? Didn't he speak English? Didn't she speak English? Didn't it speak English? Didn't Ali speak English? Understood? Now look at the passive voice of interrogative negative. Look at the interrogative of passive voice. Here that was did not, but there it was did not, here it is was not. Okay? Was not, or you can say wasn't. The short form is wasn't. Okay? Wasn't English spoken by me? Wasn't English spoken by me, by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it, by Ali, etc. Understood? Now here I would like to do one thing that as I have said before that I'm talking about the helping verbs. Was is for singular subjects, were is for plural subjects. I mean plural subjects take were with them, but singular subjects take was with them. You see, it is a singular subject. I mean, here it is the object, but here it is subject. You see, now ACS singular. That's why was singular. That's why was. Okay, singular. That's why was singular. That's why was. But here it is plural. You see, students, not student. That's why it should be were. You see, here it is were. Students were. You have to remember this thing, okay? It's very, very important. Understood? That with singular subjects, we use singular verbs. With plural subjects, we use plural verbs. Okay? For past simple, or for other also parts of the tenses. But here you have to remember this thing, okay? Now, let me read the sentence. You can say the example. I taught students, you taught students, we taught students, they taught students, he taught students, she taught students, it taught students, Ali taught students. Okay? Now let's go to the passive voice. Students were taught by me. Students were taught by me, by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it, by Ali, etc. Understood? Now here I would like to tell you one thing that, as I said before, whatever comes at the end of the active voice is an object, that object becomes the subject of passive voice. Now here the problem is that sometimes these objects cannot be, you could say, only one words. Sometimes they can be 2 words, 3 words, even sometimes they can be 5 words, 6 words. But still, these all words have to be the subject of passive voice. Understood? No matter how many words can come at the end of active voice as the object of active voice, those all words can come at the beginning of the passive voice to be the subject of passive voice. Understood? There can be exceptional cases, but I'm talking about the general situations. I mean, mostly, usually it is so. But there can be exceptional cases because it is English. It's not reliable, you can say. English is a language that sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. Okay, it's not stationary. For example, if you talk about the exceptions, like adverb. So now adverb cannot be the object of a sentence. Okay, objects only can be nouns and pronouns. But sometimes adjectives and prepositions can be there to, you can say, modify those nouns, but mostly not adverbs. Adverb only can come at the end of a sentence. Okay, mostly, not always. As I said before, that exceptions can be, you can say, anywhere, anytime. But I'm talking about the usual things, that nouns, pronouns can be the objects of sentences, and adverb cannot be an object of a sentence. That's why it cannot come at the beginning of passive voice. Understood? This was my main point. And the first thing I said before, that whatever the words can come at the end of the active voice is an object. Those all words can come at the beginning of passive voice. Okay. Now let's go to the example. I have written an example so that you understand them very well. Understand the point very well. That what I was talking about. You see, I bought. Here, my main verb finished. The object of this sentence is starting from here because this is subject, this is main verb. I bought a very beautiful house, in Clifton, Karachi. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 words have come as the object of active voice. Now these all words will come at the beginning of passive voice to be the subject of passive voice, then the helping verb, then the sentence. Main verb, then the object. Just go on. You see once again. I bought a very beautiful house in Clifton, Karachi. Now look at the passive voice. A very beautiful house in Clifton, Karachi was bought by me. You see, even the subject is not complete. Leave the other part of the sentence. Subject is not complete yet. You see, Karachi, only K-A-R-A is there. No C-H-I. So this thing you have to put in mind, that sometimes it can be also like this. But as I said before, adverbs cannot be used as subjects objects. For example, now let's get you another example of say adverb. That why and how an adverb cannot be subject object. Okay, adverb can come at the end of a sentence, maybe after the object, but it cannot be a subject. Let's get you an example. That is, I washed my father's friend's car beautifully. Now beautifully is the adverb. Now my father's friend's car, until here it's okay. These all are, you can say, objects of the active voice. These all words can come at the beginning of passive voice, but beautifully cannot come. Okay, beautifully cannot come. This is the active voice. Beautifully is at the end. Now you will see in passive voice also it will be at the end, not at the beginning. Now let's read the passive voice. My father's friend's car is washed beautifully. You see, again at the end. Beautifully cannot come at the beginning. Why? Because it is an adverb. And subjects objects can be only nouns and pronouns. Understood? Now, let's talk about the modal verbs a little bit. That let's use a little bit modal verbs in past simple. You see, I could speak English. These are modal verbs. Could, can, could, may, might, shall, should, okay, will, would, these all. So here it is past simple, that's why we have used the second form of, you can say, can, could. Understood? Remember this. I could speak English. You could speak English, we could speak English, they could speak English, he could speak English, she could speak English, it could speak English, Ali could speak English. Correct? Now I will pick up only one subject, then I will use different modal verbs with that, okay? With it. I will pick one subject and I will use different modal verbs with it. I could speak English, I should speak English, I might speak English, I must speak English, I would speak English, I ought to speak English, I must speak English, and many more like this. Now I don't remember all of them. Okay, so the same thing applies here in passive voice. The English could be spoken by me. English could be spoken by me. Okay, now you see, English should be spoken by me, English might be spoken by me, English must be spoken by me, English ought to be spoken by me, English would be spoken by me, English might be spoken by me, and many more. Okay? These are the positive sentences. Now let's take a negative sentence. I could not speak English, you could not speak English, we could not speak English, they could not speak English, he could not speak English, she could not speak English, it could not speak English, Ali could not speak English. Okay, enough? Okay, now let's get an example of, say that one subject and use a different modal verb with it. I could not speak English, I should not speak English, I might not speak English, I must not speak English, I would not speak English, I must not speak English, I should not speak English, many more. Here the same thing applies. English could not be spoken by me, okay? English could not be spoken by me, English should not be spoken by me, English would not be spoken by me, English must not be spoken by me, English might not be spoken by me, English should not be spoken by me, and many more. I don't remember all of them. Okay, now here I would like to tell you one thing, that mostly past simple and present perfect are similar. Understood? Why? Because present perfect also you can say started before and finished recently. In past simple also started before and you can say past time but finished recently. That's why there is a similarity between these two types of tense. But the difference is this, that past simple needs a time description, while on the other hand present perfect does not need or doesn't need such things. No time description. It can need also sometimes since and for, but that is another topic. I will get in touch with it in some other time, not now. Here we are talking about the difference in between, you can say, past simple and present perfect. Understood? So once again I should tell you, past simple needs a time description. Understood? A specific time description. While on the other hand, present perfect does not need such things. Now let's go to the example so that you understand it very well. Okay? I finished my ESL course last year. Now, it's a time description. Last year, last summer, last night, yesterday, last year, last month, last week, last season, last summer, and maybe in 2010, in 2012, like this. Okay? Past simple needs this time description. These all sentences need it. Okay, this one. But unfortunately, I did not have enough place. Now, still these sentences are complete. Okay, but still they need such things here. Time description. But here in present perfect, it's not needed. It's not needed. For example, I say, I have finished my ESL course. This is present perfect. I have eaten lunch. Present perfect. Okay. I've been to market. Present perfect. But when it comes to past simple, I went to market yesterday. So the past simple sentences need, you can say time description, or you can say that a fixed time, or you can say a specific time should be mentioned there. Okay, means I cannot say I have finished my ESL course yesterday. No. In present perfect, you cannot use such things. But rather you should say, I finished my ESL course yesterday. That is past simple. Understood? It's this one. Again, I should tell you the last time that in past simple, a time description is needed. A specific time description is needed. While on the other hand, in present perfect, no time description. Only a sentence. Understood? So this is the difference in between past simple and present perfect. So I hope you have understood the concept of today's lesson. If we are alive, we will meet in a new video with a new grammatical point. So bye for now.